Yep, I guess you wonder what you're watching. I got Bam Bam out here getting ready for his spring season of baseball. And just wanted to share this time with you guys and let's get started.
I'll do it again. Okay, now peace sign. One more time. You go on the bottom. There you go. And then, that's it. Bye.
You know, it's a very simple reason why I decided to show this part of what we do as far as baseball. Baseball has been very, very, very instrumental in my life of dealing with people as well as the trade that I decided to get into. Over the years, I've always went back to baseball. Baseball has taken me everywhere. I mean, everywhere. For instance, well, honestly, before we get into that story, let me let you know what I'm looking at. I'm actually trying to get Bam Bam used to catching the ball out in front of him. Just some fundamental drills to get his body totally locked in on muscle memory. So that's the type of drill that we're doing right now, catching the ball right in front of him. But that's just a little technical thing that we're working on. But the reason why I decided to show this is, honestly, that's when I really realized I wanted to do something different. I just didn't want to go to college and get a degree and things of that nature. It was actually around baseball when I realized a trade was something that I probably want to look into and be a part of. You see, I came up in an all-black neighborhood, and back in them days, the biggest sports we had was basketball, football, as well as baseball. Baseball was huge when I was coming up, and I started playing that game at a very, very young age. But it was a special time when I was playing this game that I had got to a point where I can actually travel and go see different states and play against different kids around America, and I was able to experience different coaches. I had a coach who actually came to the inner city. Shout out to you, Mr. Andy. Andy was a small business owner. He had a repair business, a home repair business, and he would have to come and pick me and a couple of my friends up for practices and games and things of that nature. So we was able to, actually see a business owner as well as a guy with a trade that wasn't from my particular neighborhood do his job. And this one particular trip that we had down to Florida, I never forget it because this is when the light bulb came on. You see, Andy was a business owner that had a trade, and it was actually a weekend or a weekday, something like that. And I know none of our parents could take us down there, but Andy was able to take away from his business and his trade and go and have this baseball tournament down in Florida. And so we're all in the car just riding and having fun. And we only had one rule. If his phone rung, he cut off the music and everybody had to be quiet. And I was actually sitting up front with him. So we'll ride down the road. He'll get a phone call. Everybody get quiet. He'll get off the phone. He'll say, woo. He'll throw a number out there. And he did this all the way to Florida. And after a while, I asked him, why you keep calling out this number? He was like, I just closed a deal on another job. And that's how much money I'm making. And I was just mind blown that here it is, my mother and I know my friends' parents couldn't take us because they couldn't get off work and probably couldn't afford to go on a trip. But here it is, we're going on this baseball trip and he's making money while we're riding. And I didn't know what I was hearing. I didn't know what I was seeing. All I knew was that's what I wanted. I wanted that freedom. I wanted that control in my life. I wanted to be able to do what I wanted to do and depend on my hands as well as my trade for freedom in my life. And, you got to understand that Andy not only, coached us, he allowed us to actually see what he do for a living. He would let us go on different jobs. And I understood that, you don't have to go to college to learn how to put a door on or learn how to put a faucet together, things of that nature. It just really changed the way I looked at everything, because we actually I didn't even know one of my first trades. We just called it hustling, but one of my first trades was cutting grass. We'll get into the cutting grass on another note, but I guess you're wondering why I'm sharing this with you. I'm sharing this with all my Hands Team family in hopes of maybe I can inspire or motivate or stimulate the next generation to keep your head on a swivel and see the value in a trade. A trade is a beautiful thing. Everybody's not made to be the best ball player. Everybody's not made to go to college and be a doctor and lawyer. But there's a lot of dignity and pride that needs to be instilled back into trades. Because I have a lot of friends. I mean, a lot of friends who are depend on their trades on a day-to-day basis. Most of these guys I still know. But the main thing I wanted to point out to this whole, story that you guys have sat down and listened to is the biggest thing is, having the opportunity to see or make a decision. Is this something that I would like to do, or I can find myself doing it? You have to envision it first before you get into anything. And it's in the vision, that's where the real work begins. Well, if you made it to this point of the video, don't forget to like, share these videos. If you like what you hear, leave a comment. If you don't like what you hear, leave a comment. It doesn't matter to me. I just want some feedback so I can continue to bring you more videos like this. And want the youth to know that there's value in trades. If you can see it, you can achieve it.